Good evening, everyone, and I will be presenting about Bayesian Network implementation, and our topic is who wins in our case as a track athlete and with the tennis athlete in my group. So, what is our project about? So, our project aims to predict the winner of the sports competition. And then we also have many different sports like running, table tennis, football, and even more. And we'll use Bayesian networks and the Netica software to analyze different factors and estimate who is most likely to win the competition. As you can see, there's a run on the left and the table tennis on the right. Next, why are we doing this? As both of our group members, me and my teammate, have been playing sports and we love sports and we have played in real matches, so we have to see what does winning actually depend on. So we have three factors involved, such as sleeping quality, training level, and obviously the experience of the sport. And what if we could turn all of it into percentages and predict who is most likely to win? So I think that would be pretty useful and it would be pretty fun to test out. So what is a Bayesian network in the first place? So a Bayesian network is the probability of the result of the event we want to know, given the events already have a relationship to the result and the events have already occurred. So we can use these events or factors to predict the result or update our belief about what the result when the new information is available to us, as you can see on this chart on the right. Next, so our main factor, our overall result. Obviously, one is the skill that reflects of the overall player, and even in a critical situation, how calm the athlete can stay and how you can take advantage of the situation or thinking positive and how the athlete is able to control themselves in the most stressful part of their event. Obviously, next is the skill level. So there are five skills levels to identify how good the player is. Obviously, there's the beginner level, which they're not that great, but they're limited and they can be able to win. Then there's the low level where they lack the basic aspects to play, but they're all right. And then we have the average. So they're competent, but they're not that great. And then we have the athlete level, who are highly skilled and they are consistently playing their sport. And the next is obviously the top class level where they're taught practically the best in their sport. Next, let's see the influence or the factor one that affects our training level. So, how much a player really trains shows how good their skills are and the percentage. And it's from no level, which we saw in the previous slide, as you can see here, to the beginner level, and then obviously we have the top world class level. And then obviously next is how good the training is, or how good the training the athlete does. Obviously being fit or having good footwork and playing well in practice games. Next, the sleep quality. Sleep as well, it affects how focused or eager and how healthy the player is. And even if both the players train at the same time, sleeping can be a reason to decide who's more likely to win. Because if there's a lack of sleep, the player might not be able to perform that day. Obviously, the third factor is the experience, which shows how effectively a player handles in game situations. It could be any sport in general. And even in a critical situation, how they can stay calm or maybe take advantage of the sport, thinking positively and able to control ourselves.
So for our implementation, we use Netica software to do this project. You will see that for the result to know who will win or lose, the main factor is skills of each player. There are 5 levels of skill that we create. First one is beginner, second is low, average, athlete, and top athlete. Different player skills affect how the percentage should be. For example, if beginner player play with top athlete, it will surely that top athlete will never lose to beginner. Or if we come to next step, as skill of player 1 is low and skill of player 2 is top athlete, there's might be still a chance that player one would win. So in order to visualize this, we make the CPT table based on our judging. This is our work. You will see that if the skill level is the same, there's 50-50% of winning or lose, which is quite reasonable. So let's move on to what factors that create skill of each player. There are three factors that matter. First one is experience, training level, and sleep quality. For this part, we also create the CPT table for. We can see from this. Okay, and I would illustrate how to use this program that we create. First, if the player one experience is very high, almost highest, and the training level is so, which is 50-50, and the sleep quality of him would be quite bad. Uh, it would show something of skill like this. Probability of being a top athlete is 21.9. Being an athlete is 43.1, which is mostly. And let's move to experience of player 2. If experience is very low and training level is very good, but he doesn't get sleep, the skill player of player 2 would show like this. And we look on the result, it would say that player 1 still have chance to be win than lose. That is our project. Thank you.